From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Darrell W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, August 18th, 2014. Silver is trading at $19.56 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,300 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $460. Antiwar.com reports, backing by escalating U.S. airstrikes, the Kurdish Peshmerga once again attacked the Mosul Dam, Iraq's largest hydroelectric dam, and has reportedly regained primary control over the heavily contested site. Kurdish media reported that the Peshmerga has control of most of the dam, with some officials putting the figure at 80% with the offensive continuing. It is likely that the dam will continue to be fought over as a hugely valuable asset for any side to control. The Peshmerga offensive began Saturday with a push against villages in the immediate vicinity and with U.S. airstrikes hitting ISIS targets in the area. They finally got a hold of the dam once more. Though Kurdish officials are touting the takeover as a major accomplishment, they had only lost the dam a little over a week ago to begin with, and it remains to be seen if they will actually be able to hold it when ISIS inevitably launches their own counter-offensive. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Roberts & Roberts Brokerage. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They now take Bitcoin for purchasing precious metals so you can turn your profits into a long-term investment. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing. 800-874-9760. Multiple sources report a curfew was in effect for the second consecutive night in Ferguson, Missouri. Saturday night into Sunday morning, several canisters of smoke and tear gas were used, and 7 people were arrested for failure to disperse after the curfew took effect. Captain Ron Johnson of the Missouri Highway Patrol said police were trying to give protesters every opportunity to comply with the curfew. On Sunday night, there were noticeably fewer police officers on a 1-mile stretch of road where protesters had been gathering each night. There were even a few cars on the road which had been closed to traffic. Hundreds of people, some holding signs, paraded up and down the avenue. The peaceful nature of the protest changed around 9 p.m. when marchers began retreating as police trucks slowly moved down the street and smoke filled the road. Police said one person had been shot Sunday night and suffered minor wounds. Officers fired tear gas into a crowd of hundreds of protesters marching towards a police command post Sunday night. CNN's Steve Kastenbaum said from the scene, authorities also struck one defiant protester with rubber bullets. St. Louis County Police, however, said that several of the protesters had thrown Molotov cocktails towards the officers before the authorities shot tear gas towards them. The scene was a far cry from a packed church earlier Sunday, where hundreds of people gathered for a 2-hour rally demanding justice for Michael Brown. Civil rights activist Al Sharpton told the crowd that the protest would continue. He told the protesters not to loot in Brown's name, saying, "There's a big difference between an activist and a thug." FPP Radio News is brought to you by Coinbase. Coinbase is a simple and secure online Bitcoin wallet for sending, receiving, and storing Bitcoin. Get started at coinbase.fppradio.com. That's coinbase.fppradio.com. Antiwar.com reports Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif is only about a year into his term in office, but is being charged with multiple counts of murder and is facing growing calls to step down. Protest leaders Imran Khan and Tahir al-Qadri have issued an ultimatum demanding Sharif agree to resign within 48 hours or face growing civil disobedience, including tax resistance. Khan said, "Don't pay your taxes, gas bill, general sales tax, electricity bills," taking a pledge with several other protesters to continue to resist until Sharif is forced from power. Sharif faces the murder charges over a bloody crackdown on supporters of Qadri in June, where security forces killed 14. Qadri, a Sufi cleric who has been critical of corruption in the ruling PMLN party, had been living in exile in Canada but returned for the protest. Sharif's supporters continued to spurn calls for a resignation, with Balochistan Chief Minister Abdulmalik Balok insisting the demands were unconstitutional and that the protest had to end. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.